All right, is everyone ready to hear Jamie's story? If you have questions or comments for Jamie, please add them as we go through the live, and I'll circle back around to them. So I'm going to go ahead and bring Jamie on the call. Jamie, can you bring up your camera and unmute yourself? As I do that, if you're just joining, please go ahead and let us know where you're joining us from and make sure that you tag a friend in the comments. All right, Jamie, are you with us?
I am. Hello.
Perfect. There you are. All right, everyone. So, welcome to another episode of the Elevation Stories, where members of the Elevation tribe share their story of overcoming trauma and cultivating resiliency in the process. I'm your host, Kimmy, and I'm so excited to introduce our guest tonight. I have known her whole life, and I was just recently looking through a scrapbook and I found the very precious picture of the day that we met. Our guest speaker tonight is my baby sister, Jamie Smith, and I fell in love with her the moment that we met. We have been through many years of adventures together. We've had lots of sisterly disagreements, and we have both grown together through our beautiful relationship. I have been a very proud witness to Jamie's life and the journey that she's been through. She is so loving and compassionate, and she has a level of empathy like no one else I have ever met. And tonight, she's going to share her passion for healing touch and how she struggled through some really tough times in the pursuit of her dream career. So, Jamie, welcome to the call. I'm so excited you're here with us.
Thank you. I'm happy to be here.
So it's always fun to hear a little bit about someone's background. So why don't we go ahead and start with a quick intro?
Sure. So I am Jamie, as Kim said. I'm her baby sister, and I grew up in Maine. My shirt says Maine. Um, and yeah, basically just stuck within the same little radius, like went to college in the same little area, and just sort of stayed really close with my family and my community until 2016, when I relocated to the Boston area with my fiance, because he was offered a job that he couldn't refuse. So yeah, it was definitely a challenge. Rebuilding um, life down here, all new career. I was working in higher education at the time, so just kind of um, made roots and thought I would be working at this same job, working in higher education forever. But
And
yeah,
then something different came along, and that's
other
the best part
yeah,
of the story. Let's not give away the ending quite yet.
right.
So, Jamie, you have always had the gift of healing touch. You're one of the best huggers that I know. I might be partial, but you're just really sweet and loving with physical affection. So, it's no surprise that you ended up in the field that you're in. So, why don't you tell us just a little bit about the how you first decided that you wanted to become a massage therapist?
I actually had been giving massages since like high school. My friends started doing sports and they were always sore, and I just wanted to take care of them. And so we always just like traded massages, and it was great. Um, and it all just was a nice way to be connected to people. I've always felt a little socially awkward, so just being able to connect through human contact was really nice. When words failed, at least I could give my compassionate touch. Um, but I ended up just kind of pursuing a traditional education after high school, and ended up doing, just sort of like a traditional path. I had actually kind of completely given up on massage, like feeling like my body wouldn't be able to tolerate it. I worried that with my fibromyalgia, I would just be too fatigued or like just incapable of doing it on a consistent basis. Um, but when I was looking for a different career, because things didn't work out at my current job or at the job that I had at that time, I was like, I'm just gonna try it. And like
That's
I
awesome.
Oh yeah, I had been wanting to do it for so long. So it's like, hopefully people can be patient with me. I'm like, 37 switching careers. So it's like, yeah, my teachers were really good.
And it's a really brave thing what you did, but let's kind of take a little bit of a step back, because you actually pursued massage therapy school almost 10 years ago, right? Am I getting the dates right? Because you know me with dates.
Yeah.
So what
Yeah.
happened with that?
Yeah, I um was seeing a massage therapist in Maine in my hometown before I relocated. Um, I had been seeing her for, a couple of years, and then she had decided to pursue one of her dreams, which was to open a massage school. So I followed that journey with her, and um piqued my interest because I still, like, despite having graduated college and working in the field at that time, I was just still not passionate about what I was doing. So I um yeah, I reached out to the state and made sure that, like, she had all of her ducks in a row, all of her licensure stuff for her school was working out. Saw the building that she had, like, renovated for her school, and everything was beautiful and it was all going to be great until it ended up being a scam. So that was really heartbreaking. I had quit my job and was ready to go to school, and she went to Ireland. So um, kind of a devastating blow. Um, but getting to a point where I had healed enough from that and had realized I was at a point in my life where going back to school would work out, and finally getting to do massage was, um, it was a process.
Definitely. I
Yeah.
remember going through that experience and just remember hearing the updates and feeling so frustrated and angry that that was happening to you. I'm so sad that you did have to go through that, but not long after is when you ended up moving down to Boston and really like kind of reshaping your whole life. You started working at a local college, but again, you kind of were thrown into another hard experience. And so I would love to have you share a little bit more of that part of your story too.
Yeah. So I loved my job. I worked for the graduate school, for a university business school down here. That's been around for a while, and bought a house in the same town. I was just like, I'm going to be here forever. I'm going to be working at this place forever. It was just, I don't know. I loved it. Um, but with the pandemic, that changed a lot of the things about how we conducted our business. Um, it also placed a large strain on my coworkers and I, because our supervisor had to be, like, she was forced into retirement when budgets were cut, and all of this stuff that happened with universities, having to give money back for sending students home during COVID. And yeah, we had to pivot. But our team was without a leader, and my coworkers just sort of just didn't, it just wasn't great. Um, One of them in particular was quite a bully.
Yeah,
And
you can name it. She definitely was, from the behavior that she exuded. So yeah.
yeah, um, to the point where she came to my house in the middle of the night and smashed my car with a baseball bat. So, like, just was not conducive for it was just not a good, it was a very toxic work environment. Um, and I ended up having to quit that job without really knowing what I would do next, but just sort of feeling at a loss, like the burnout from the way things changed because of COVID and, you know, going to campus, not knowing if I would catch COVID, not having the vaccine yet, having to deal with toxic coworkers and bullying. Yeah, yeah, um, yeah.
It was a lot. I remember hearing you tell me what had been happening, and it completely broke my heart because I'll never understand how someone could treat you like that. And my mama bear big sister was really activated. I was like, you need to show me who this girl is. But Jamie, ultimately, you and I both know that there are no mistakes in the world. And it, everything that you went through, it was part of your journey to get you to exactly where you are, exactly what you're doing. And doing the most beautiful work, and the most beautiful place. Everything is just kind of lining up for you right now. So, why don't you share a little bit more about your most recent chapter? We've kind of alluded to it a little here and there, but tell us the beautiful ending to this rocky story of yours.
I am a licensed massage therapist.
Woo, yay!
The end. I get to take care of people every day. I put two people to sleep on my table today, which was just very satisfying. It was like, oh, they're relaxed and they feel safe. Um, so yeah, it was still kind of, my body is still adapting. But just really enjoying um getting to do the work finally.
And
Finally.
I remember when you applied for school, you told me, and I was just so excited and so proud of you. So tell us a little bit about the experience that you went through with school and just being able to graduate. Like, give us a little more. We need more information.
Oh, okay. Well, I had three other classmates and they were all young girls, young women, in their early 20s. And um, yeah, they say that there's a lot of stuff that comes up in massage school. They like to say that tissues have issues. And so when we were in our deep tissue module, probably like one person was leaving crying just because like stuff was coming up, whether it would be emotional, like life relationship drama, or uh fear for the future. It just was a lot, like, things that had happened in the past. But it was really nice to have the support of my classmates and my teachers, and the administrative staff. um and I was valedictorian, so that was cool.
Yes, you were.
um
I love
yeah.
that. And ultimately, the place where you did your like kind of massage interning hired you, right?
Oh, well, I didn't do any interning, but there was a place that I had, basically I interviewed them. It's like, so this is part of the program. I have to, like, for my school, I have to talk to, different companies and get a feel for where I might like to work. And so I just got the inside scoop and got to like peek behind the curtain before I had graduated from school, and I was like, all right, I'm ready right now. Like, right now, can I just work right now, please? And I did. I had to jump through a lot of hoops to work for this place that I am working now, but it was the only place that I wanted to work. It's the only place I applied. And even my partner was like, are you sure you want to do that, sweetheart? Like, only one place? Like, is that realistic? It's like, yes, I really want to work here. Um, and luckily they liked me as much as I liked them. And it's been a couple of months, so I'm just really happy there.
I can tell, Jamie, and I just love this journey that you have been on. I'm so excited for you because it brings everything that you have gone through and everything that you've worked so hard for full circle. And I know so many people are going to relate to your story because they also feel trapped, just like you did. And they need to hear that it's possible to break free from toxic situations.
Mm.
Now, as a massage therapist, you're working on a lot of people every day and you're giving a lot of loving energy to these clients. So, what are some of the ways that you take care of yourself so that you can be fully present for them?
Well, I can see that your cat is peeking in from behind your shoulder, and I had my cat here with me. He was sitting in my lap when the call first started, and I was like, I have to say, my cats, I totally get really like, um, they take care of me, like that. There's just like a therapeutic aspect of. I have three very big, very fluffy Siberian cats, and they just, yeah, they heal me.
Yeah,
So if you don't have,
Jamie's best accessory is cat fur, 100%.
yeah,
Yeah.
so if you don't have a pet, anybody out there, if you're feeling um like you want a friend, then like definitely get a pet. And like if you practice Reiki or ever do any myofascial release, if you don't have a human right handy, like you can practice on your pet. I highly suggest it.
Do your
They like
cats
it.
like Reiki? Because
And
Boo does
myofascial
not.
release. Yeah.
They do. I can't get Boo to like Reiki at all. So
Yeah.
that's okay though. He's weird.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, tell us a little bit about Reiki because you just were Reiki certified as well, right?
So yeah, at the end of September, got my Reiki 1 certification. Mostly I wanted to build up my own uh or aura, or like I don't want to take on the injuries of my clients. And that, believe it or not, that happens. It's happened to me a few times, like working on someone's injury in their hip, and then my hip will hurt. And it's like, no, like I want to help people and not take on their pain by like it. So yeah, Reiki 1 at the end of September. I haven't been able to practice it in a professional sense, but I've done it on my pets and my partners and myself. Um and yeah, it's nice.
Awesome. And
It's cool.
Reiki level 2, it just gets better. You're gonna love, I can't wait for you to get Reiki level 2. So
Yeah.
and you have lots of really great mentors available, so it's going to be even better.
Yeah.
Well, Jamie, this has just been so incredible. I couldn't have even imagined that it would. I don't know. I knew that it was going to go well, but this was so much fun. Um,
Yeah.
I know that I'm going to have you back as a guest again. So we have lots more conversations to have in the future. So thank you so much for sharing your story with us, just letting us see a little bit of your beautiful heart and for being part of the tribe as well. I know that I tell you this all the time, but Jamie, I am so proud of you and I'm so proud of everything that you've accomplished. You are so strong and so beautiful. And I couldn't imagine doing this life without you. I'm so glad that God sent you to be my baby sister and not somebody else's.